9:13 all month long, nutritionists have been celebrating National Nutrition Month, right? Leading into spring, fresh start. The goal is to share the importance of good nutrition, and it starts with our kids. Joining us is nutritionist Cushman to share some tips on how to help your child have a positive relationship with food. Caitlin, good morning. The bottom line is, I think all kids at some stage are picky eaters, but it's, getting them to try different things, right?
Yeah, and I think the most important part of that is family meal times and having an open dialogue about food. So, having consistent meal times with your kids where you get them involved in the kitchen will empower them to pick better foods and know that foods aren't scary even if they're new.
Yeah, and especially probably starting it early, too, because let's face it, when we get into school sports and athletics and things, sometimes you're running everybody back and forth. So if you can get them early before you do all that stuff, they have a good relationship with it. So give us a couple tips, a couple ways to change those habits.
Well, when I talk about meal times, and you mentioned a great thing about being busy, meal prep is a great idea. So, having something like a smoothie station and not just fruit smoothies, adding a protein powder made for kids, especially for those really active kids or those picky eaters that are missing out on nutrients. Adding things like peanut butter and, like I mentioned, kids' protein powder. When you do have more time, decorating their pancakes or their waffles, making a homemade Lunchable with fruit and hard-boiled eggs and things like that will help keep it interesting and keep them involved.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff you buy in the stores, and hey, I'm not judging anybody. There's a point for certain things, but some of that stuff is just so high processed, and you got all the sodium and whatnot. So you make your own little Lunchable, you're good to go.
Yeah, anything you made homemade is going to be better than what you buy usually in a package.
Yeah, wow. What do you have in your little jars there? Are those like proteins powders or?
All these little jars. So I wanted to show you that, there's certain nutrients that kids need to grow. And for adults, it's fine to take all these pills. You'd need, 5, 6 different pills or a multivitamin, but even then you need to supplement. Whereas, the kids' product that, is protein first and designed for kids, not only are they going to have the right levels of those nutrients for kids, but, they're designed for kids' needs. And it's a powder. You can throw it in a smoothie. You can throw it into cookies. You can make it, it's very versatile. Rather than asking them to swallow pills or, gummies are great, but sometimes, kids want more than they're allowed to have of those gummies because they taste so good.
Yeah, they think it's candy. One, two, getting creative. Like, I'll sometimes make, like, kale chips for the kids, and I just call them dinosaur chips. And I'm like, there you go.
That's a great idea. I love that.
On them and they're good to go. And they don't know any of the difference.
Yeah, sometimes, it's a creative name or just, having that conversation about what something is and why it's good for you. Like, is it good for your heart? Is it good for your brain? Kids like to know those things.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, say, you're going to be able to, you'll be able to see like Superman if you eat this for your eyes or whatnot. Hey, where can we get more information, Caitlin?
You can check more out at healthyheights.com.
Okay, Caitlin Cushman, thank you so much. Have a great day.